Example 5 looks a little scary on the next page, but it's, again, what is the average rate of change, so that's slope, between 1997 and 2003. So you're picking out those two specific data points, 1997 and 2003. And we're finding the slope. I mean, that's all we're doing here. So on this one, you know, it's kind of hard to do the f of b. You can do f of b minus f of a and go from there. But, I mean, these are your 2 points. And this is the next one. This is b, the bigger x value. This is a, the smaller one. This is f of b. This is f of a. Remember, f of a is just the y part to that point. So when I do the average rate of change, all right, it's f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a. And then again, I'm encouraging you to not just jam it all into your calculator, but, you know, take it in parts. Do the numerator, do the denominator, then do the division. So if you do that, it's about 61.67. So if you're going to like round to the nearest person, I guess, we'd be looking at about 62 people. And it's people on top, years on the bottom, so people per year. That's our average rate of change. Okay. So that's part A. For part B, for what period of time was the population increasing? Well, we look back at our chart here, and, you know, we start here, we're getting bigger, we're getting bigger, we're getting bigger, we're getting bigger, and then we stop getting bigger. So our time period is from 1997 to the year 2001. Okay, and that's just by inspection. Okay. And then after that, you kind of go downhill. Okay. So on the next page, again, find the average rate of change, find the average speed, all right? Same thing. What's the man's average speed between 72 seconds and 157 seconds? All right. So again, f of b, which is the 800, minus f of a, which is the 400, divided by 157 minus 72. Okay, straight across, 400 divided by 85. And keep in mind what the units are on this. So on top, the numerator was in meters, and the denominator was in seconds. So when I do this division, and if I take it to 2 places, 4.71, and then I already know what the unit label is right here, meters per second. Okay, meters per second. So that's my part A answer. Part B, calculate the man's speed for each lap. Is he slowing down or speeding up? All right, so we're going to start with a time, a distance, and a speed, you know, is going to be 0. But in calculating the speed from the very start to 32 seconds, we're going to be using, again, our slope. 200 minus 0 divided by 32 minus 0. All right. Do the calculation, do the division, and we are looking at 6.25 meters per second. For these next two, so we did these two, you know, what was the average rate of change from there to there? Now we're going from 32 to 72. All right, so we're starting with 400 minus the 200. All right, this is our B now, and this is our A. So 72 minus 32. All right, that works out to, what, 200 divided by 40, which is, again, 5, and then meters per second. So it looks like we're slowing down a bit here. 6.25, and now we're down to 5 meters per second. All right, keep going. Now we're going to do the next two. So this is no longer my B value. My B value is the big number, and the A is the small. All right, so F of B, the output, 600 minus 400. That's my F of A, divided by 113 minus 72. And so 200 divided by, what, 41? Yeah. So that's going to be about 4.88 meters per second. Okay. Then we pick the next two. What happens between 600 meters and 800 meters? Well, find the average rate of speed. So average rate of change, rather, 800 minus 600. Notice the numerators are all 200 because you're 200 meters apart here. And then it was, what are we at, 157. That's my big, minus the 113. That's your small. So 249, nope, 44. Yep, 44 straight across. So 200 divided by 44, 4.55 meters per second. There's a lot of different ways you can write this up, and I've done it a couple different ways here. But it's meters on top, seconds on the bottom. So when you do the division, it's now that number of meters per 1 second, all right, when you do that division. And then the last two here, all right, F of B minus F of A divided by 207 minus 157. All right, so we're looking at 200 meters for every 50 seconds, or 4 meters per second. So there's the man's speed for each lap. And then is he slowing down or speeding up? He's definitely slowing down.